Well, good morning, everyone. I'm Jim Bob the MossMan Ferris, and this is your morning coffee with MossMan for June the 12th, 2020, and we have made it. It is Friday. So, yes, we made it. It's Friday. Today it looks like it's going to be a mainly sunny sky with an 89-degree temperature for a high, 0% chance of precipitation with a south-southwest wind at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Then this evening looks to be a clear sky with a 64-degree temperature for a low, a 3% chance for precipitation, and a east wind at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow for our Saturday, we're almost there. Almost there. It looks like we're going to have a mainly sunny sky again with a 91-degree temperature for a high, right around 66, 67 degree temperature for a low, and so it'll be about the same what it has been the past couple of days. But yeah, 91-degree temperature for a high, 7% chance of precipitation with a southeast wind at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tomorrow evening looks to be right around that 67 degree temperature for a low, a mostly clear sky with a 0% chance of precipitation and a southeast wind at 10 to 15 miles per hour. That's what the weather's doing. Now, yesterday I was doing more of the early season protection treatments and stuff like that, and I have now gotten to the point, I've now come to the point in the season where I'm doing more inspect and treat type situations, okay? And because what I'm seeing is a lot of old fungus that I've already treated, stuff like that, and there's a difference between old fungus and insect damage. If it's a fungus, okay, if it's a fungus, you see little brown circles that turn black, okay, and the majority of the leaf turns yellow in some, extreme cases, but if there's a little bit, it's usually just little circles here and there on the leaf, and insect damage leaves irregular holes in the leaves, and sometimes the leaf itself will look like a how lace gets, where it's intertwined, or whatever, and the leaf has been made to look like a lace. That's the leaf lace bug, and they go after leaves like crazy this time of the year. I've already seen some extreme examples of that. The thing that is also busy right now is bagworms, spider mites are starting to do their thing. So anytime that I'm coming up on a property, I'm looking for things, like burning bushes for spider mites, okay? Leaf-eating insects also attack those. So I'm looking for those. I'm looking for evergreens when I come on the property, stuff like that, just to, get after the insects, get after mites, because fungus at this point is pretty much done, okay? We're getting into the more hot, the hotter time of the year. So when fungus really is prevalent, it's usually in the months of, latter part of April into May, and then ending right around halfway through June, which we're almost halfway through June already. Now, the best thing to do is if you have a a situation where you're seeing a limb that has a lot of those leaves with the yellow and the dots on it that indicate fungus, best thing to do right now is to go ahead and trim that out of the tree. The best time to get that taken care of is usually in the morning or latter part of the evening. So that way it's not quite as, oh my God, stressful on the rest of the plant. But more often than not, when it comes to heavy diseased limbs and dead limbs, if you trim them out of the tree or the shrub for that matter, roses are really good about this as well. They will bounce back. They will have a better reaction to have that being taken out now or immediately. So in that way the water gets to where it needs to go. It gets to the healthier parts of the plant. Because if you have, well, let's just take this. We'll just use this as an example. Okay, this is a tree. All right. Now, if you have a big old limb off to the side here that's dead, right, and all this is doing, water still goes to the tips of the limbs. But the thing is, if there is not a lot of nutrients coming to the tips of the limbs and the branches and stuff like that, that's why you see die off of leaves. Okay, that's why things are the way they are. If you take that limb off, then the water no longer flows and it goes to the more healthier parts of the plant, thus making the leaves a little bit more resilient, a little bit more able to get through the rest of the season, turn their color, and look great in the fall. Okay, that's essentially what you need to keep in mind. Is that's why we prune. Okay, that's why it's good to get that out of there, so then that way the rest of the plant can do well. And it's okay. I know it can be overwhelming. You don't want to hurt a tree. I've heard a few times moving over into this position as the tree shrub coach for the company for Heritage Lawns and Irrigation. My dad planted that tree before he died, or we planted this tree and we did it as a family, as our first one. Those type of stories. And even though, okay, here's the miracle thing about plants. If you do the basics, okay, what's the soil doing? How much water is it getting? How much sun is it getting? If you do the little bit of research, I'm talking like little, you can Google that day, okay, what does my plant need? You can look it up on Google and it'll tell you everything. I guarantee you will find that information. And the miracle of plants is if you have healthy soil, okay, with the proper amount of water going to the tree or the plant or whatever, and proper sunlight. If it calls for partial to full sun, make sure that it is getting partial to full sun. Partial sun is usually about 4 to 6 hours a day worth of sun. Full sun is about 8 hours. Okay, that 6 to 8 hours is more towards the full sun time. If it calls for shade, guess what? It needs shade. So, and shade is literally like, if it's underneath of a tree, great. Hosta is a shade-loving tree, a shade-loving plant. If it's out in the sun an awful lot, you'll see burn. You'll see issues with it. Doesn't do well in the sun, plain and simple. So yeah, I know it can be overwhelming, but the miracle of plants is just that. It takes a little bit of effort, and I guarantee you'll like the results that you get, and things will be just fine. If you have any questions, shoot me a comment in the video below, with a picture of what's going on. I can usually identify what's going on. I can do a little bit of research if I don't know right off the top of my head, and I can let you know what's going on. You can give Heritage Lawns and Irrigation a call. The main office number is 913-451-4664. My number is 913-927-5829. And you can also email me at j.faris, F-A-R-I-S, at heritagelawns.kc.com. Okay? So check that out. You can also shoot me a message over Facebook, the Oski TV Facebook page, the LinkedIn. I'm going to be sharing this to LinkedIn and Twitter. MossMan Jim Bob. You can is like MossMan Jim Bob at gmail.com is another way that you can get a hold of me too. So, shoot me a text or something, so then that way I can help you get the answers that you need. If you're interested in our tree shrub program, we're still going strong with treatments. We're about halfway through the season of the program. It's not too late to get those trees and shrubs taken care of, folks. We're about to go full on with emerald ash borer treatments. So if you have an ash tree that is needing some treatment, now if it's like 30% gone, guess what? It's not really worth treatment. Plain and simple, I'll tell you that. Because the treatments are there to save. If you see like a little bit of damage off to the side, you can start the treatments and get that tree saved. If it's a good chunk of the tree, you're more than likely going to have to say, hey, it's been real, it's been fun, but you're going to have to be replaced. That's just all there is to it. Now, I got to get off here so that way I can get going with the rest of my day. But that's my buck and a half for today. Worth of information for you. I hope everybody has a great day. Remember, treat others the way you want to be treated. Know that the world is better off because you are in it, and know that I am always pulling for you. And for myself, Jim Bob the MossMan Ferris, this has been your morning coffee with MossMan for June the 12th, 2020. It is Friday. Tomorrow's Saturday, so we are almost there, and we can make this together. We'll finish the week strong, and I hope everybody has a great one. So have a fantastic Friday, everybody. Cheers. Yep. Have a good one, everybody. We'll see you.